Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hello and welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be what God wants you to know right now reading. Let's get started. Hello, Isa. Welcome back. Oh, what is this? Someone's sad. Someone's sad. Oh. You know what? We're gonna put it back. We're gonna put it back. If it's meant to come up, it'll come up again. But okay, let's see what we have here. Oh. So, okay, we're going to start off with the energy that I'm picking up at this time. I was originally going to do all signs, Aries through Pisces, but we'll do an opening one first, okay? So currently, the energy that I'm picking up is that there is some sort of... So this person is very sexually charged, okay? I will say that. And there's something about they're being encouraged to balance that energy out because there's some sort of like somebody doesn't think before they speak kind of energy. And so God is really encouraging. Yes, like I'm picking up on a lot of like confidence. Okay, somebody here is very confident. They may have maybe options or many people may be attracted to them and wants to talk to them. So they feel very like confident in that sense. But they're being met with somebody that they already have very strong feelings for, especially in the physical. Okay, hello, Imperial, welcome. And so it's almost like, you know, they're being encouraged to balance themselves and be fair because it's being triggered. And I know sometimes trigger may have a reputation for being like a negative thing, but in this case, it's like somebody here is being triggered from love. So we can alternate that by saying inspired, right? Hello, bag. Something looks a little different. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, something looks different. Okay. Anyways. Hello, Regis. Marry me, hun. Aw, shucks. You gotta put a ring on it, you know? But so what I see here, I do sense here that when this energy is being triggered, they really have to face their inner demons in a sense. And what I mean by that, that inner demon can be in different forms, whether that is addiction, old ways of thinking, like habits that is harmful instead of helpful. And I'm getting scared energy, okay? So somebody here may have a tendency to truly be themselves and live authentically. And so somebody here is being triggered to take the mask off. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. So I'm definitely feeling the energy, and it's beautiful. Actually, it's actually a beautiful energy because somebody here is being inspired to be their authentic self, and it's being pushed because of love. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you know, this is part of the experience, right? I'm going live, and yeah. You get to see everything right now. Okay, so all right, let's get through this. It's just beautiful. I'm so touched right now. Okay. So somebody here is growing. They're no longer, you know, like it's so funny. Through sweat, tears, was it blood, sweat, and tears? Oh my goodness. So somebody here is definitely, are they don't want stagnancy anymore. They don't. And they see like a light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. So for those of you who felt like, oh my gosh, things are not working out and you can't really see that light, but it's different. There's something about love that really helps pull out the positivity and the inspiration, and it's allowed to it's allowing this individual who is making this internal change, and to kind of live more authentically. They're seeing things in a different perspective. So it's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. Okay. Hello, Lily the Sharky wrote, "Hi, it's me, Lily from the other times. I've watched your lives. I changed my username a bit. Aw, welcome back, Lily. I remember you. I remember you." But yeah, thanks for coming back. And so somebody here is operating from the heart space, and it's triggering some sort of like next chapter of their life. Okay. It's a powerful time. There's so much like love here and like admiration. It's it's beautiful. It is. Okay. All right. I should have come with the warning today. I just had this feeling that I was gonna cry on the live, like, and it's one of those things that I can't help. Like, if you know, I try my best. Like, as some of you guys may know, like when I do my lives and stuff, I try to be like very like reporting for duty, like just trying to do the readings, even though it may be like tough, hard energies. But when I'm feeling, especially if it's like love, you know, it reflects. It reflects. Okay. All right, we're gonna see what is that. Oh my gosh! So who remembers that card, huh? So, oh, thank you, Lily. Remember, I'm tapping into the energies. Okay, so you know, it's talking about, yeah, somebody here is going through a very hard time. They may have felt like alone and secluded and not supported, but that's not the reality. Okay, that's not the reality. Because like God cares so much about you guys. Okay, and this is a reminder that you are not alone. Okay, and that even though you may feel like you're not supported or you may be alone and all of that, it's not true. Okay. Okay. All right. Aries. Hello, Canon Worthy. Welcome. I should have brought like a little napkin or something. Okay. All right. Let's kind of like clear the energies really quick. Okay. Wow. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. Did you guys hear the siren outside? So I'm gonna go through this relatively quickly because I'm trying to keep these under 1 hour because I don't, the last thing I want is to deplete myself, and I would rather be here more consistently than not. And so yeah, let's try to keep it under an hour. But I understand sometimes we do need that like long stretched out sessions. So as you know, I go by what I feel called to. So yeah. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click on the notification bell if you would like to be notified of when I go live or post new content. Okay? Hello, Jeremiah. Okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna go through quickly. I'm gonna go through each one, and as a friendly reminder, I read energies here. So, you could be Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, etc., stellium, dealing with an Aries, or what have you. It doesn't matter because I read energies. If you're in here, it is no coincidence, and you'll know how it fits into your life. If it doesn't, it may not be meant for you, or it may be an energy that I'm picking up for that's coming in. And so just be receptive, open-minded, and all you have to do is just be present. Okay? So Aries. Oh, thank you. Hello, Sam. Wrote, so glad you're back. Glad you're back. Okay. All right. So when it comes to Aries, what I see here is there is some sort of like truth that came to light, and it has created some sort of like silence, and rightfully so, because what I see here is there is a lot of like conflict that I'm sensing, a lot of like chaos and fighting and combativeness. And what hurts here is that there is a lot of love, but I keep getting somebody has control issues. Okay, somebody here has control issues. It's like somebody here wants to dictate everything. They want to be the center of attention. But at the end of the day, it's because they truly care about one another and they want to like be in each other's lives. But there's chaos. What's the advice? So somebody here is feeling left out, and perhaps they may even have like financial issues, or like they just kind of feel like they're not included. There's this segregating energy that I'm picking up, and somebody here is very stressed out about that, and is, oh, thank you, and they don't know what to do. Somebody here just absolutely doesn't know what to do. It's almost like there's two forces that has very different personalities, or it's just like their way or the highway, like that kind of stuff. And so as a result, there is a lot of like stress. They're not seeing eye to eye. Okay, so there's something to be said about keeping distance. Okay, like it's just like comes to a point where, think about it, if there is a lot of love and happiness and you guys really do care for one another, but at the same time you guys are both putting each other in a place where there is this push instead of embrace, there's this pushing away. And so it's saying if there is any, if there is chaos and negativity and things just doesn't always flow, there needs to be some sort of distance. It's just like, ask yourself, if you guys really do care and love one another, why is conflict keep happening? Why? And so if it's necessary, if somebody here doesn't understand it, then maybe there needs to be some level of time apart, so that we can step back, assess what's happening, kind of like sit in the truth. Like I see here there was some sort of truth bomb, some sort of like honesty had happened, and somebody initially was just like, how could you say that? And instead of being, I don't, there's some sort of like disagreeing energy going on. And so, you know, you got to ask yourself, are you guys on the same page? And if not, talk about it. And if you guys are still not on the same page, and there's still conflict and to the point where both parties are suffering, something needs to happen. Okay? Okay, somebody is asking what needs to happen. Okay, all right. Something about distance. Okay. Hello, Tanessa. Welcome back. I hope I said that name right. It's been a while since I said your name out loud. Tanessa. It's been a while, right? It's been a minute. But welcome back. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to Taurus. Oh, wait. Yeah, create distance, okay? Tonisa. I don't know. Tonisa. Okay, oh my goodness. All right. So, Taurus, were you dealing with an Aries? Yay. Okay, go. Yeah. It's funny because I was just like thinking about that. Okay. So for Taurus, what I'm seeing here is it's kind of similar to the Aries energy. So some of you guys may have been dealing with an Aries or somebody like that situation, what I described, and it's talking about there needs to be some sort of balance and justice. If somebody here is being mean, toxic, instead of healing, there's a difference, okay? There's a difference between confronting, and there's chaos and conflict, and then what happens next is what matters. Okay, because guess what, there's going to be misunderstandings, there's going to be, you know, seeing things in different light, or what have you. Okay, but once the truth is revealed, once, you know, it comes to light, is what both parties, what they do next is what's going to be the fate of the connection, or like the way that connection is going to go in one way or the other. And so, but what I'm seeing here is that somebody here, there was some level of injustice, imbalance, and somebody said things that may have some sort of like truth to it, but it's almost like they said whatever they needed to say, but there was no resolution, there was no like healing, there was no trying to make it better. You know what I mean? But as time goes by, okay, the lack of communication is almost like somebody here is burying the problem underneath the rug kind of thing. They're just sweeping it away. They say all these things. They're unhappy. They think that just talking, saying it is enough. It's not. It's what you're going to do from that point that matters. Because imagine you say all this and the same thing happens over and over again. It's not resolved. They just kind of, brush that under the rug kind of thing. And so it's talking about how the silence, okay, the time apart, it's creating more stress because it hasn't been resolved. It hasn't been healed. So what if things were said? If nothing is done, nothing has changed, that there's only silent treatment. There needs to be communication. Somebody here is way too stubborn. Okay. Hello, Deal for Real. Hey, girl. Welcome back. Okay. What I see here is that somebody here is not satisfied with how things are working out, especially when it comes to like some sort of work or finances. There's some sort of work or money issue that has come up to surface, and somebody here was like looking for support or for help or something like that, but they didn't get it. And so welcome back. Okay. It's talking about, okay, have that conversation. Okay, have that conversation. I see here that there is a lot of love, though. There is a lot of love, but somebody here is just not. I am getting there is somebody behind the scenes controlling this. I do see that. Okay, tell me more about that. There's this image thing that I'm picking up, okay? Okay. All right. There's an image thing that I'm picking up. So somebody has this like facade thing going on. Somebody here thinks everything is fine, everything, like there's nothing wrong, but there is something wrong. And so once somebody takes off that mask and really is open and honest about what's going on, there's going to be some more understanding. Okay? All right. We need to move a little quicker if we're going to try to go wrap this up within 1 hour. Okay. So let's move to Gemini's. So I'm not gonna timestamp these, okay? If you're in here listening, this is more for my people who are. All right, bye, Lily. See you later. Bye, Slay Queen. So, I mean, not for just the people who are like live, but I know some people, they end up listening to the whole thing later. So, if that's you, hi. Geminis. Okay, what does Geminis need to know? My goodness. Okay. So for Geminis, what I'm seeing here is somebody here is investigating. Okay. Um, they they're I'm picking up on an energy where it's just like this person is being investigated or is being inquired about, or maybe investigation is as strong as too strong. Maybe I'll swap out that word with something else. Uh, Curious. Okay, somebody here is very curious about uh, a particular individual. Okay, this individual is very grounded. They know what they want. And they're very like, even though they may be young, they give off a very like mature energy and very like sweet energy as well. It's like they have a lot of care, um, but it's like logical care, if that makes sense. It's like they don't just care just to care, but they care because like they really care. They really care. Um and somebody here took notice of that. The person who's very curious about this energy took notice about like how is this person so, there's something very graceful about them and very consistent. And so somebody here is impressed. Um, and I do sense some sort of like clickiness. Okay, so what that tells me is the person, the curious energy, they have a tendency to not open up their circle too much. They're very selective on who they let in. So not everybody can just come in. And one more. Okay, so I'm getting oh my gosh. So I'm getting like a Stranger Things download for those of you who watched Stranger Things, but it's pretty much when when like the character Max was trying to be part of the group. Um, there was some level of clickiness at first, right? And but they, it's like, but the Mike character, he couldn't deny like Max belonged in part of the group, but there was definitely some level of resistance initially because they weren't sure if they could be trusted. They, all of those reasons, what have you. But the consistency, the care, the groundedness, the support, okay? Sam wrote, mornings are for coffee and contemplation. Hopper. Yeah. So somebody here can't deny that this energy does more good for them than they realize. And so it's almost giving off this energy like there's a healing element to this, because in the past there were, okay, I see what's happening. So the reason why this curious energy that they were very, you don't know if this is you or the person you're dealing with, but so this curious energy was very selective or like resisted just letting anybody in within their circle because in the past there were not good characters like coming in and out or trying to be included within the circle. And so um, they have some sort of trauma left over from that experience. But again, they are coming across this new individual that is really changing that. Like it's like somebody here is more hopeful and realize that this energy is doing more good than not. They're inspiring. It's like, if there was any stagnancy or sadness or loneliness going on, it's almost as if this energy was able to be like the anchor. You know, even through the storms, it really, they kept everything grounded. Okay, and so it's, somebody here is impressed. Somebody here is impressed at how I'm getting, how much they did in such a short amount of time. How, like, how healing this person was. Okay, somebody here is very impressed at how healing they are. Okay, it's like they're healing others by just being themselves. Like, they're not wearing a mask, they don't have ulterior motives. It's like, Tonisa wrote, I am currently dating a Gemini after a traumatic relationship and it is healing. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. Because I remember your comment. You were, I know I didn't reply because, you know, I didn't want to give you special treatment. Come on now, just kidding. Even though, you know. But I'm glad you're in here because I do want to. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. Because I remember, you were going through a lot, and I did talk about how, like, in March and April, there, and yeah. Anyways, so yay! I'm so glad. um, and so yeah. So I see here there was a lot of heartbreak and betrayal that this energy has experienced, and they're really working hard right now to start something new because right now they feel confident, they feel supported, and it's just like there's something to be said about consistency here, okay? And so that's a green flag. If there's consistency, that's a good thing. And because people who are being sneaky, it doesn't last long. Time will tell. And so, uh, yeah, the mask will fall off regardless. And just remember, like, when these things do happen, like, it's God's way of protecting, right? The truth comes out, people's true, you know, colors comes through, so that we could recognize it and realize that we don't deserve that. We don't deserve to be scammed or lied to, or people going behind each other's back and doing shady stuff. Like, no. So yeah. So those of you who actually took a stand or in the process of doing that, God is giving you the thumbs up, and that's how you're being rewarded. Okay, because somebody here stood their ground, recognized that they were unhappy within a situation, even after trying to put in the work. But it's just, you know, true colors come out. If somebody here has bad intentions and stuff like that, that always comes out. So don't let those kinds of energy bring you down, get you down, have you overthinking, because if they're doing that, that's they're not the one. It's almost like you they're the one or meant to be part of your life. Something about, like, happiness. when there's like happiness and joy and like support, and if there is conflict that arises, like both parties take action to try to bring about some level of harmony within the connection. Okay? Any last messages? Okay. Yeah, I just keep getting very grounded energy. Some of you guys may be dealing with like a strong earth placement. So, um, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and their sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or, you know, regardless of the signs, that's the energy coming through, okay? So somebody who is consistent, grounded, is going to come in and almost heal that, heal, they're going to make a believer out of you, okay? That there are still some good people in this world. And just because somebody hurt you in the past, that doesn't mean you can't open yourself to love again, okay? I'm not saying take your, toxic ex back. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like there is people out there who actually cares about you, okay? Cancers. Okay. There's some sort of somebody here is not making a move because something like ended, something like dramatic. There was like a very like hard ending. For those of you who have lost somebody, like literal death, like I'm so sorry to hear that. Um, but hopefully it's not a literal death, but I do sense here something ended, okay? And it had to do. So what the ending triggered, okay? What the ending triggered was that somebody here really needed to assess what brings them happiness, because somebody here is mistaken. They think money will bring them happiness. It's not. It's almost like somebody had to like grow up and wear the big pants kind of thing, like big boy pants, or it's not gender specific, but give me more about that. Okay, this part is very specific. If it doesn't resonate with you, please don't take it. But what I'm getting here is I'm getting strong father figure, okay? Strong father figure. And it's something about like they withheld money or they control the money. And somebody here is going to put a stop to that. How? So the person who's going to put a stop to this, they realized that. So there's somebody here, like a not a third party, but hello John, hello, welcome. Um, somebody here has a partner. Okay, somebody here has some sort of like partner, um, and they are willing to let go of a connection because they don't want to affect the person that they love. And so there's a lot of like heartbreak energy. Yeah. So somebody here is willing to walk away from a heartbreak and control because they choose love. They choose love. Like they were uh tired of the controlling energy. Okay, so John wrote, can I ask you a question? Maybe at the end. Okay, at the end, maybe. But if it was like a question of like, you know, your personal situation, yeah, if it's more of a personal question, you know, then you can ask via super chat. Yay! But if it's a collective question, you know, a question that can benefit everybody in the room, then you can ask at the end, maybe, huh? All right. Oh, John wrote, I just subscribed to your channel. Yay! Oh, thank you for that. And please don't forget to like this video as well. Okay. But that's good. I like what I'm seeing here. So somebody here chose love over conflict and control. Amazing. Great. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So somebody here chose happiness. They chose happiness. And that was the truth that they followed. Like somebody here wanted to, this is what they wanted. They wanted like a family. They wanted somebody to grow old with, somebody that cared and has emotional compatibility. That's what they wanted. And it's almost like this is what they got. And so, yeah, it's almost like it's no longer being fed to a black hole. I love this. Somebody here just stopped giving to the black hole. And they're finally with somebody that reciprocates their love, and as a result, there's a lot of success here. Yeah. Mm. So I see here, you know, there is some level of like burdens and hardships. I do see that. But it's almost as if like somebody here found a support system that actually cares and that wants to actually like be by their side. And so it's almost as if all of those burdens and, you know, responsibilities and all of that, it doesn't feel as hard as before. It's almost as if like there is some level of not teamwork, but like even though it's tough, there's somebody that's supporting and rooting for the other individual. And so it has become very, I'm getting like a can do energy. It's just like, yeah, you can do it. Hello, why so serious? Wrote, how's your day coming about, darling? Oh, it's going pretty good. Thank you, thank you. Hope yours is going well. You know, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here and connecting with you guys. So, uh, happy to have you guys here, okay? Oh, thank you. So, yeah, I'm seeing here there's things are looking clearer. It is looking clearer. Any final message? I feel like this thing is just like keeps dragging on. It's just like doesn't want to stop. Okay. It's talking about work right now. It's saying even though there's a lot of like uncertainties, it's saying keep going and don't be afraid to like work as a team and really sell, like really bring to the table your strong what you're good at, okay? Because that's everybody has their strength. Not everybody's going to have the same strengths. You know what I mean? Especially in a team. Imagine if there are like 3 people and all three only know how to do one thing, and it's the same thing. Imagine, like, there's not going to be progression. Like, each person should bring something to the table that is unique to themselves, that's going to help the team in a sense. And so so don't be afraid to utilize each other's strengths and what they bring to the table, and that's going to be very helpful. Okay, let's move on to Leos. Hello, Donald. Welcome back. Wrote work as in career or work on relationship. I will say it was giving off work, like career energy, but I'll leave it to the viewer to know like how it resonates with them. Like, you know what I mean? Because it can be, well, teamwork. You'll know how it resonates with you. Okay. Leo. Ah. Surprise, surprise. Nope, not really. Okay. All right. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is I'm picking up on an energy that is generally like very like supported. Like there is somebody in this energy's life that there's like a support system. Okay, there's somebody that really cares, and vice versa. It's almost as if like they care a lot about each other. Okay, I'm getting like a strong bond. However, I'm picking up on like a lustful energy. So somebody here is worried. They're in their head because they feel like they are not getting enough attention. They're a little bit worried about other people being in the mix. Because somebody here is invested. They're very invested, and I'm getting here that there has been some sort of past trauma when it comes to like lying, cheating, stealing, whether that's in the form of like literal, you know, wasting time and money, that kind of energy, where it's just it didn't feel right, and it's almost as if this energy like finally found somebody who is worth committing to and setting, like, investing within the connection, because they found somebody that actually cares. But I sense here there is this lingering trauma from the past that is creeping up, and it has something to do with feeling like left out and feeling, I'm getting somebody here is worried about like silence treatment, being left out, thinking that the person, like, this is all rooted from past trauma. Okay. Donald wrote, lying, cheating, stealing. You just described my past few relationships. I mean, I don't want, like, that's terrible. That is terrible, Donald. And I'm sorry you have to deal with something like that. Terrible. Terrible. But it's saying, so as a result, all of those past traumas, it's there. It's lingering a little bit. I do sense that, because we don't live in a world where it's not just like you and an empty world. You know, we are coexisting, right? And it's almost as if there's going to be some bad apples in and out. So it's like statistically, you're bound to come across some bad apples, okay? But don't let those bad experiences dictate your future, okay? So I see somebody overthinking things, you know, tapping, and the reason why they're overthinking things is because they're tapping into past traumas, past people that have hurt them. And so what they need to do is be clear and focused, okay? Clear and focused that the connection that they are interested in or that they're already in, it's different. It's not the same person. And so just be, this is a reminder, okay? This is a reminder. So it's almost as if like somebody here, if they are experiencing that, they really need to be able to have a fresh start, okay? Yeah, see, I knew this was gonna come out, right? Okay, I'm getting another warning. For those of you who have been hurt in the past and stuff like that, um, uh, it's saying treat others the way you want to be treated. Okay? But not to the sneaky people, okay? But if you already have somebody in your life that you really care, like treat them the way you want to be treated. Because if, I mean, I see here they do care about you. They do care a lot. But it's almost like I'm getting show me. I'm getting show me. Hello, 200. Welcome back. Hey, Arcana. Okay, all right. All right. Okay, so somebody here has they're worried. It's almost as if somebody here is like very like afraid to go 110% within the connection. They haven't gone all in. Somebody here hasn't gone all in. And it has to do with the fact that somebody did that with them, so they're holding back. It's kind of like a monkey see, monkey do. Okay? So it's a bad it's a bad habit. Something got picked up. So this is one of the reasons why we have to be careful. Okay? Donald, no, no, no. No, 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 Donald. No. But I think there was like a misunderstanding, Donald. I mean like 110% of effort is what I'm talking. Yeah. Yeah, you got one. You got one. Because it's incorrect. I think it was just misinterpreted. Okay. But let me clarify, okay? Somebody here is not willing to go 110%. Um, and I don't mean that they do 110% of the work for the relationship. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying 110% of their effort to go within the partnership, okay? Oh, oh, thank you. Very kind, serious. Um, so, and again, it's like as mentioned earlier, somebody here just picked up a bad thing, but like a bad. I don't want to say habit, but it's just this like bad idea that like they're repeating something like it's a trauma thing. Somebody here has been traumatized. Somebody here has been traumatized in the past, and they think that that's how a connection should be. You know, it's a bad habit or something that somebody picked up. Yeah. But anyway, so God is encouraging. You know what? It's almost like don't be afraid to love, because I'm getting somebody is holding back. They don't want to put their heart on the line out of fear. Okay? Okay. Um, what's the recommendation? Go all in, baby. Look at this. Look at this. You can't make this up. Oh my god. So it's just like, you know what? If somebody here is like, no, knows that this person makes them happy, like they know, then go all in. Like what? The only thing that is holding them back is past trauma. So imagine, okay, like if this is a visual, okay, imagine like a sticky tar, you know, or or a virus or whatever thing that is just like bad and negative and just wants to consume you and all of that. Imagine that visual, and this is something from your past trauma, you know, that ex that treated you wrong, or that was somebody that was, you know, took advantage of you, stabbed you in the back, what have you. Okay, that that is still like lingering. Okay, so if somebody here has actually found somebody that really care, that they want to go all in, and they know that they're the one, then go all in. Don't let past experiences and trauma bring the connection down, because how unfair is that to the new connection? You know, people deserve to be to love and to be loved in return. And so if you have found somebody that loves you and is able to reciprocate that love, it's not a one-sided thing, then let the fears go, because the person that loves you is going to be there for you, and they're not going to leave. Okay, all right, anything else? So right now at this time, what needs to be healed is up here: mindset, perception, because nobody here is grabbing this person at their ankles saying, oh, please, you know, don't be happy. Don't do this. Like, you don't deserve to be happy. No, you stay right here in unhappiness, sadness. No, nobody's doing that. Nobody is physically dragging this person to feel this way, to continue feeling this way, and to stay and be stuck in trauma. No, this is all up here. Nothing physical is your. So once this shifts, once that mindset shifts, and obviously what helps, if you're in the situation and you still have lingering, like literally, if you're still in contact with these people that have hurt you, that betrayed you, and all of that, and you're wondering, oh, how come I have trust issues? Like, what? You know? So, somebody here needs to heal, okay? Nobody can force this energy to heal, to let this go. They have to do it themselves, okay? Right. So Donald wrote, I don't think the mind can be healed. What happened to us throughout our lives shaped and molded us into who we are. There's a difference. Donald wrote it, part of us. Okay. So there's a difference, Donald. Okay. And I'm glad you said that. So, it's like, comments like this, I embrace them because it's meant to come up. Okay. And I know Donald is coming from a good place, and is out of genuine, like, wanting to know, or etc. So let me dive in a little deep into that. Okay, the mind. This has nothing to do with the mind. It's like, it. So we're all like connected, right? Mind, body, and soul, right? No, Canon wrote little finger wag. No, he didn't get a finger wag, because this is clearly something we can talk about. But Sirius wrote, I speak caveman low, but I'm definitely listening. So you know how we're all connected, mind, body, and soul kind of thing. In healing this specifically, like the perception and like leaving this, it needs to kind of come from within, right? And and I'm not saying erase the past, like it never happened. That's not what I'm saying. It's like, yes, it happened, but that doesn't mean that we need to carry it with us like some burden for the rest of our lives, having it affect current and future connections. No. Okay? So shed whatever needs to be shed, okay? It's as mentioned, nobody has put this individual in cuffs or in chains, what have you, okay? This is all up here. It's all up here. And so the quicker this energy realize that not every, like, yeah, the people that have hurt them in the past, yeah, they have hurt them in the past. But they can't hold on to that. And sometimes they have to be able to have that leap of faith and be like, you know what, yeah, so what, somebody hurt me in the past. If they're connecting with somebody that they know that it's different. That's the thing, though. They know they found somebody different. Okay. Okay, go within, okay? Go within. You'll be fine. I see here the person that you're dealing with. They're a catch. They're a catch, and they're somebody of worth, and your family will love them, okay? In case you needed a confirmation. Alright, so Virgos. Oh my gosh, look. We already passed the 1 hour mark. Okay. And we're only halfway there. Okay. Oh, that was the Virgo card. Huh? What are the odds? Right when I looked up. Okay. Okay. Oh, Virgo card. Hello. Hi. Hi. Okay. Ah, 200. Just excited for the Virgos portion. So I'm seeing here. So there's something about this energy that I'm picking up. They're very selective of who they spend their time with. Very selective. And so it's almost as if like they could care less about in and out energy. So this energy, they have a tendency to perhaps like people may be interested in them, or there's a lot of like sexual energy from the people that approach them, what have you. It doesn't matter though, because not to say they could care less, but it's more like they're, as mentioned, they're very mindful of who they spend their time with and who they let in. And so, and it's because they're wise. It's almost as if they've been, I'm getting like old soul kind of energy as well, or like either they have a lot of experience or a lot of like wisdom. And so this energy, they know when they can recognize a time waster right away. And for them, and for this energy, it's like they want to be with somebody that wants to work together. And it doesn't have to be literal like work like career and whatnot, but so it could be, but main thing is somebody that they can have like a whatever they do, it's like a teamwork, somebody that they can count on, and that know that when things have been discussed, and like there's accountability and there is some level of trust. Okay, right? Because if you're going to be in a partnership or collaboration, there's got to be some level of trust, um, to know that the other person, just as much as you may be bringing to the table, that the other person is putting effort in it as well. It's not just one-sided. So for them, what's important is that they want to work together. I'm getting that saying like two heads are better than one kind of thing, and I'm not talking about thinking, but actually putting in the work and like working together to create and to make something happen. And I'm getting some sort of like humanitarian kind of energy as well. So it can involve like being in the public eye, or involve some level of community. And but it's very like forward thinking, very outside of the box approach, but with it comes a lot of like fun and laughter. So this is not something that is very like suffocating. It's not. It's liberating, if anything. um I am getting some sort of sadness though. Why? I see here, so this energy, they're so excited, passionate, and really inspired to like really go, like have a new beginning and have a fresh start, go after their dreams in a sense. But what's bringing them down, what's creating some level of sadness is the burdens. Okay, whether that's bills, responsibilities, obligations, what have you, whatever that is. It's almost as if, like, we do live on earth. We do have to pay the bills. So we can't just be doing cartwheels with like a rainbow backdrop, you know what I mean? Like, so even though there is a lot of like wanting to start, wanting to create, dream big, and live more authentically in a happier and lighter space, but at the same time there is some level of sadness due to burdens and responsibilities and the day-to-day grind, so to speak. What I'm also seeing here, I mean, overall, like where things are headed, like even though there may be some level of like sadness or whatever. Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, Donald. So, what I love about like the future energy coming out, okay, is there's a lot of like envisioning and planning involved in the future, and all of that planning work and like having a goal and a dream and taking the steps to get there, it's going to pay off. It is. It, there's going to be a lot of things to be proud of later on, like a lot of accomplishments. Okay. Hello, Alina wrote, "Hi, I am a new subscriber. Can you please do a reading on my career and upcoming opportunities, please?" For sure, for sure. So for those of you um, who are new, feel free to check out the playlist portion of this channel as I post monthly readings. Sometimes I do these like, in betweeners. But feel free to check that out because I already posted up the April one. And so there may be a message in there for you. But also, if you're in here, it is no coincidence. So there may be a message here for you as well. So even though I may not be like, "Hey, Alina, listen up. This message is for you." Like you're gonna have to know, okay? Because a part of this, it's not just me spoon feeding you um, what you need to hear and what you need to recognize. Is you also have to do your part too. And the reason for that is because I want you guys to also practice utilizing your intuition, okay? Because I'm here to relay and provide some level of guidance and the messages coming through. But at the end of the day, I can't make decisions for you. I can't walk in your shoes and do all of these things and heal for you. And like, I can't. So I'm here, moral support. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to be able to recognize and focus. Okay. So I'm glad to have you here. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, welcome. Okay, so I do see in the future energies, um, that there's going to be some sort of like decision that is going to be that this energy is going to have to make, and that decision is doing what is logical, or doing something that they're passionate about, and that they actually like care and want to do things that brings them joy. And even though the latter may take more time, uh, do what makes you happy. You know, that at the end of the day, at least do something that is headed in that direction. Okay, I'm getting that pool. You know how pool example, pool. Yeah, the pool example is, you know how, for those of you who play pool, it's the thing that with the stick that you hit the balls, So that one. So sometimes we can't get it in the hole the first time, but you can at least try to get it in that direction. You know what I mean? At least get closer to that goal. And so kind of think of, if you have something that you really want to do, that you're really passionate about, and you know that if you really went and give 110% of your effort towards it, that it's going to come to reality, even though it may take a little bit longer than what may seem logical and may be like an immediate kind of fulfillment for the burdens. But it's really encouraging, um, this energy to just try to stay true. I see here that you are supported, and that there is this essence of collaborative energy that I'm picking up. Like, people want to work with you, people want to be in your energy and watch you succeed. And so don't be afraid to take a leap of faith, okay? All right? Donald. No spreading rumors. Okay. All right. Libra. Oh, Libra. Hello, Luis. Oh. Libra. Ah. Okay. All right. So Libra. I see romance. There's a lot of like combative energy that I'm picking up, so it may be more than one person. Um, but it's tricky. Somebody here is not being honest. So I'm picking up on somebody here that who may be talking to multiple people. Okay, this may be your energy or the person that you may be dealing with. But somebody here, I'm getting like player energy. They know how to play the field. They know what they want. You know, they know how to get what they want. But it's very underhanded, manipulative energy that I'm picking up. And so, um, but fortunately, somebody here chose love. They know that they deserve better, and that it's almost as if they'd rather be single than to be in a connection where it's just one-sided. It's like, why be in a partnership when it's one-sided? And so I am getting lusty energy. So this energy may have written to the other individual, like, oh, like they can come off very like strong with very like sexual energy is what I'm picking up. And oh my gosh, I was thirsty. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's so funny because we're seeing the well here, right? But somebody here is just like, oh, like I can see why this person is such a catch. Like they have a lot of love and a lot of care, and it's almost as if like they're a magnet to players. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah. So it's saying somebody here is lonely. Okay, I'm picking up on a very lonely energy, and they're just sick and tired of like players. And so it's become almost a burden. What's the recommendation? Look at that. Okay, so stop giving chances to people who doesn't want what you want or what this energy wants, because you know I have both sides listening in, and so the person who wants monogamy, one-on-one, a true loving partnership where they can picture themselves being married to them or a higher level of commitment, what have you, it's like then only open yourself up to that energy. That's it. Stop giving chances. Like they're not gonna see this energy as a bitch or whatever, just because they don't feed into those who are just in it for something short term and sexual. Don't feel bad that you don't give them your time of day. Oh, I'm going in order. Yeah. So don't give up, okay? Just redirect your focus. Stop giving the person, energies who doesn't want the same things as you a chance. That's straightforward, okay? Any final message? Nope, that's it. So your chances will be greater. I see her happiness. Some of you who really want marriage and all of that, wants to settle down and find the love of your life, etc. I totally see that here. Like you're almost like meant to be in a relationship. You are. It's just stop giving the wrong people a chance. Okay? Oh, serious wrote, you do be having some good advice, little lady. Oh, I can't take all the credit. Come on now. No, it's all God. I'm the messenger. I'm just a translator, really. No, but I would say this. I'm a vessel. There you go. There you go. That's the thing. I'm happy with that word. I'm a vessel, okay? So I just God will use me however he sees fit. Yeah. So Scorpio next, right? Oh, stuck energy. What's going on? What's going on? Hello, Leroy. Welcome. Love it. Okay. Scorpio. Yeah. Yeah, I was getting stuck energy for sure. Okay, so I'm getting a very stubborn energy. Somebody here is blocking off. Okay, so I don't want to say somebody got cut off, but somebody definitely like really pulled back their energy, and as a result, somebody here is very sad about it. Very sad. Um, somebody here got rejected. Like they realized that they were not being treated fairly, that they were being taken for granted, and something about communication. Okay, so what happened was, fortunately, there was like an example. Okay, what I'm getting is this energy who finally made the decision to cut this other energy off, the person who was kind of like, I don't want to say breadcrumbing, but was not being, something about what they were doing was very, it wasn't appreciated, it didn't feel right, so it wasn't respectful, let's just say that. Okay, and I see here this energy realized that they no longer wanted to make excuses for bad behavior. And especially if the person that they were dealing with brought in third party energies and was like sneaking around, lying, and pretending to be somebody they're not. Um, that energy, it really stood out because the thing about this energy that was going through this was that they actually had somebody that really treated them kindly, that actually cared. And for them to see, it's almost like, um, okay, so third party, so somebody here got lied to, was cheated on, was backstabbed, and I'm get I'm getting like a separate like best friend energy. So this best friend really, it could be a lover, but I'm just saying because if somebody is their lover, then they're best friend, right? Um, but somebody here was able to really truly be treated correctly, like respectfully, with kindness and love. That they have standards. They have standards now. And so if somebody is treating them bad, if they're lying, somebody here realized that they don't deserve that. And so even though it hurts to walk away, to let go of somebody, um, but we just have to remember, if we let go of something toxic, what is there to miss? Right? What is there to miss? And I can see why that, I can understand why that when somebody here chooses to hold on to something from the past, even though they were toxic, I can see why they somebody would do that, because it's mainly rooted from like that ego ness of like territorial and like possessiveness. It's just like, but it's not doing this energy justice by holding on to them. Okay, remember when I was talking in the Leo? For those of you, feel free to watch Leos too. You may resonate, but the message is bringing me back to that Leo reading that I just did like 20 30 minutes ago. Um, is that don't hold on to things that are toxic. Like, you got to be able to like let things go. Okay? Let things go. Remember that. If you're circling into like sadness, just thinking about the past and the past trauma, it means that you haven't fully let it go. Okay? And that's the reason why you're still hurting, or why this energy is still hurting. It's just like, why pine over, or why feel bad and depressed and sad over somebody that hurt you? Why? Don't do that. Stop. Because it's almost like they're not even here, and you're letting their ghost, the ghost of them, haunt you. Jeez Louise, call the exorcist. Get that shit out of here, okay? Oh my gosh. Let's clear the energy. Jeez Louise, come on. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Yeah. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, Scorpios. Just remember what was said, and choose happiness. Choose happiness. Oh my gosh. We have that choice. You know that, right? We have that choice. Yeah. As soon as you do that, surround yourself with love, not toxicity, not trauma. Okay? Learn from it, heal from it, and let go. Okay? Give yourself a chance. Okay. Sagittarius. Oh. 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 Tanisa, you in here? Wow. Look at that. Gemini energy up in this house. Yeah, strong air energy coming through. Ah, hello, Tanisa. Yeah. So I'm getting, wow, this is, you, so far, this is just knocking it out of the park. I'm very impressed here, actually. So I'm picking up on an energy where it's just like somebody here feels loved, reciprocated, and like a connection that is very like harmonious. And it's almost like both parties are able to speak their minds. Oh my gosh, could this be? So I see here communication is pretty good. And there's some level of balance. It's almost as if, even though there's a part of these two energies that wants to just be together and be in each other's embrace, etc., but at the same time they are able to find some level of balance. It's almost as if it's this dance that they're able to just kind of like, let's just say they know how to dance. These two know how to like dance together and make it flow. And it's just, I want to say it's almost effortless. It's because there are in step. As a result, I see success. There's success and more confidence. This is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of energy that we should be in, or strive to get to. Okay. Okay. All right. I was kind of like smiling because I heard biology go wow wow. So I'm guessing like the physical intimacy is pretty good too. The only thing I see here that may be like a little bit of uncertainty and all of that. Oh, is this for real? Hello, Smith. Welcome. Wrote Tanisa, I'm proud to be your Gemini. Oh my god. gosh, you guys. I'm so happy for you guys, okay? And like, welcome. Oh my gosh. Dang, you brought your boo thing in here too. Aw, that is so cute. Aw. Well, my boo thing is in here too, actually. Okay, anyways, let's get moving. So the only thing that is kind of like a stress factor is I'm picking up on like a past connection. Is there something about something hasn't been like fully, there's some sort of like family kind of thing. There's some kind of like family kind of energy. And so if there is some sort of like past connection that is still involved or like comes up or pops up in some aspect, right? Tanisa wrote, yes, yeah. It just know that even though there may be it may be a little bit of a stressful situation because there's some sort of like uncertainty and there's not, it may not be talked about as much, okay? But I do sense here, it's like, okay, yes. Okay, for the one who, okay, for those of you who feel like, oh, there's uncertainties. Oh, Smith wrote, man, what? Hit it right on the spot, 100. Oh, yeah. But even though there's a lot of like uncertainty, I see here there's support though. Like I'm getting like a rock energy. Okay, so somebody here wants to be the other person's rock, and what this energy needs to realize is what happened in the past is in the past. I'm getting like goosebumps, like, oh my god. So whatever has happened in the past is in the past. There were and it was very conflicting energy, a lot of drama, a lot of like hardship. And so there's a reason why this energy moved on from the past, set themselves, broke away from the past. And so just remember that they wouldn't have done that if they weren't ready to move on. And so if you're currently, the person that's like in love and they're in a connection where they feel reciprocated, that's real. That's real, okay? So don't let any insecurities or uncertainties like be exactly that, okay? Don't let it get to you, because I see here there's like this strong support system. I love that. It's like a partnership too. Oh, I'm getting chills. Oh my gosh. It's just strong Virgo energy coming through. Or like earth energy. So you could have that in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Why is this here? Why is this energy coming through? Yeah. I'm so happy for you. You know that? Look at that. Okay. Okay. Oh, Tanisa wrote, I have a lot of Virgo in my chart. Well, there you go. So it's talking, it's kind of giving you a little bit of well, not just you, but you know what I mean. Okay, it's talking, it wants to tap into quickly of, oh gosh, this is all mixed up now. Okay, it's tapping into really quickly about the work. Okay, it wants to talk about work really quick. So let's honor that and bring that up. This got all mixed up. Let me just set it back. So it wants to talk about work really quick. And it's saying if it has been a little bit quiet, or like somebody here took like a break or something like that, or things are moving a little bit slower than usual, just know that there is stages to the progression of this. Okay, so if it's, you know, at the just the beginning, it's just the bloom, the first seed or what have you, like if it's just the beginning, you know, we can't really expect it to have all of these results right away, right? So just keep that fire going, keep it going, keep your passion, continue to burn. Okay, let it keep fueling. And let's see, what is that? Yeah, I see a lot of support. I see a lot of support. And so imagine, like, it's like when you have somebody that cares, that supports, that loves you, and all of that, we just kind of feel more inspired to go after things because we know that we're supported, right? Aw, Tanisa, thank you for the gift thingy. Oh, Tanisa wrote, I love to talk about work. Oh, yeah. So it's just giving you a reminder that even though it may have like a slower progression, or it may not, it may be a little bit quiet in that front, but I see it picking up, and it's ultimately because there is this feeling of support, and like a passion has been reignited. Okay, so amazing. Okay, let's move on to Capricorns. Thank you. Okay, something is off. All right, what happened? Okay, just double checking. Oh yeah, this one is a little. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what we have here. Capricorn. Oh. I mean, I see here in like the work front, it's going. It's definitely going. There's a lot of like, I'm getting like a foundation, and there's a lot of reasons to celebrate Like I wouldn't be surprised if this energy feels very confident at this time, even though there is some level of like waiting around. I don't know why, but I just got promotion in my head. Okay, so some of you guys may have just gotten a promotion or is about to get a promotion, something like that. But it's just like, but it's been a long time coming. It's not like something that you wait a short amount of time for. It took a while to get there, but it's just like somebody here didn't give up. They kept going, even though their spirituality and was tested. Their patience, their spirituality, all of that were tested, but they kept going. This energy kept going. They try to heal. They try to, it's like even though things were not going amazing for them, like they still try to give back in some way, which I like. I like that energy because they understand that not everybody has, like, people need guidance and they're willing to kind of help. So I'm getting kind of like a mentor energy, okay? So either you have been a mentor for somebody else or somebody has been a mentor for you, but it's almost like somebody took a chance and it really helped with the healing process. Okay. And Smith wrote, what sign are we speaking about now? So right now we're technically on Capricorn, but if you're in here, because I read energies, it may resonate. It's no coincidence if it may resonate for you. Okay. So yes, but you'll know whether it fits. Like you'll resonate right away, or or it may come to you like later on. Like it's like, oh, I remember our Arcana saying that. It's so sometimes it kind of, since time is fluid as well, and we're all in the different timeline. So sometimes it may be happening to them now, or it happened recently, or in the past, or it's just about to happen, and so you'll know, yeah. Um, let's see. Oh, Smith wrote, well, Tanisa just celebrated 30 years on her job last week. That's why I asked. Oh, there you go. Yeah. See, so God tries to, if you're like, so I have a lot of like viewers who um, just watch the entire thing because they resonate with it. And so that's, yeah, that's no coincidence. So I'm glad that's a confirmation. Um, let's see here. What ended? Okay. So I am picking up that there was some sort of like ending that had happened, or but this ending is either about to happen or it has happened, but it's a good thing though, because somebody's true colors came to surface. Like it's almost as if somebody here was being manipulative and was not showing their true colors, and they just created uncertainties. It was like I'm getting liar vibes, like, or a misdirection vibe. So this energy, if they have been cut off, it it was for the best because they were creating some level of uncertainties that didn't help, and it was just destroying. It was almost like I'm getting like decay. So it was killing. It was just. It wasn't fruitful. There was, and I'm also getting like weed. Like it was like weed like. So they had a tendency to just get you, consume you, and kill you, like that kind of energy, like deplete you. And so I'm glad it ended. Whatever this is, I'm glad it's gone, it's out of here. And things are going to move very quickly at work. Very quickly. Yeah, somebody is going. So I keep getting like work energy. So if somebody here, like let's say there was like a boss. This is an example. Um, but let's say like there was a boss, and then there was like two coworkers that the boss had to choose, and one was like, you know, kind of lying through your teeth, pretending to be somebody they're not, and then one was just always just diligent and was just always trying to like help the team. The boss recognized that the person, like, who is fit for the role. And so I'm getting somebody here got rejected. Okay, the person that was like lying and all of that and being fake, they got rejected, and the person that deserved it um got what they deserved, which was some sort of like extra support or love or recognition, that kind of energy. Okay, I'm getting family energy. I wanted to say family, and the last one came up. Um, there's something about visiting a dad or something like that, or a father figure. So, like, take the time to visit or spend time together, because that's going to be good for you. Okay? So, if you haven't seen your folks in a while, or what have you, it's saying make time for that. Okay? All right. So Aquarius is next. Okay. Aquarius. Oh, why so sad? Okay. So we are gonna keep this one. I'm getting two different dynamics. One is very like mature, and one is has a little bit of immature energy. And I'm not talking about age. You know, you can be 80 and still act like a 12-year-old. You know what I'm talking about? So, but I am getting energetically like there's a huge difference, okay? And so somebody here, they want to, they've been waiting a long time. It's something to do with work too. It's like they're faded. What? I'm getting some sort of collaborative energy going on. And so this may be somebody that you work with or that you want to work with. But I'm getting here, there's some sort of like delay. But I see here, you know, both sides. Well, one side has been very, what's the word? They have, I don't want to say they have a lot going on, but one side is just very like they're right now they're focused on building their foundation, or like investing, or trying to to have some sort of like solid foundation under themselves. They're kind of focusing on their assets at this time. And while the other person, it seems like they have a really great handle. Like it's almost as if their life is has a rhythm that they're actually very like confident, and they're very, actually, this energy is very proud of how far they've come. They are. Uh, but they're kind of dealing with somebody who, I don't want to say doesn't open up, but they're very, they know what they want, and there's something about timing. So if yeah, so if there has been any delays, etc., it may be because the timeline wise, it's not it's not matching up. Something's not matching up. And so, but yeah, oh, so somebody here might have been sick or something, or is healing at this time. And so, that could be one of the reasons why there has been some level of a delay as well, on top of the whole foundation thing as mentioned. And so, but I see here, there's something about this connection that is faded as mentioned. So, after the healing and all of that, there's going to be a opportunity to have some sort of like new beginning, a new endeavor, and it's going to be very like spiritually inclined or something like that. Okay, the reason why this energy, even though there's a lot of delay, the delay and the time apart has, if anything, has a, it got them thinking and wondering and fantasizing, and they're certain more than ever, and it helps that there's some level of attraction. I'm getting like lustful energy, and so if and that's one of the reasons why they wait because they're attracted. Okay. I can see why this other energy like waits for the other person, because the person is solid. I'm getting solid. It's almost as if like they have something going for them, or they already have a support system. Like they have people who are also loyal to them. And so, and that speaks volume when there are like loyal people around. I can see why people are loyal to them too, though. It's because they're generous and they're like kind, and they are able to help others see things in a different perspective. And so that's one of the things that is very attractive about this energy, because they have a way of seeing things in a different light, see things in a different perspective. And even though there may be uncertainties around, it's almost like they stay true to themselves. I keep getting some sort of like silence or distance or quietness. And so if somebody here is to the point where it's just like, when are they gonna like get back to them, or when are they going to meet, or have this collaboration or what have you, it's just like Why wait? Communicate. And so there's some, it's just like sometimes, as mentioned, timelines doesn't align. And like in the past, it wasn't a good time. Like it wasn't the right time. And well, is it the right time now? Yes. So if this energy is focused on getting this off the ground, starting something new, uh, kind of getting out of this silent period, now might be a good time to, send a message or speak up, and see where things are, and if there is, time to come together in a sense. And because maybe right now, because I see here, yeah, the past, somebody here was healing. They were like focusing their energy on other things that they needed to tend to, something about their foundation. And so, yeah, now is a better time to at least kind of like check in and see what's up. Like, is now a better time? That's what I'm saying. Ah, Jeez Louise. Okay, chill, chill. Okay. One more sign. Last but not least, Pisces. Okay, I know. Alright, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Alright, click on the notification bell if you would like to be notified of when I go live or post new content. Alright, Pisces. This is the message for you. That. Oh. 2. Okay. So somebody here is healing, right? Somebody is here is healing. There's something about some sort of like distant connection, somebody from like far away. So this may be like a long distance kind of thing. But somebody here, I'm getting the word smitten. Okay, so somebody is just kind of like really recognizing, like really admiring somebody here. And they want to start something new, something fresh, but they just kind of feel like, did they take too long? Did they take forever that their opportunity is missed? So somebody here is just kind of like being hard on themselves for this connection to not progress further. Yeah. Strong Virgo energy or an earth sign. So and their sun, moon, rising, or Venus. But okay. Yeah, somebody here feels rejected. It's almost as if some sort of like truth has been revealed, and they need some time to like heal from it, because it's almost as if like there's no more chance, like things are over, somebody is like, well, there goes that. Like somebody is giving that kind of energy. And so because somebody here was just like, oh, there's some like this was a spiritual connection. There's something about this other person that brings a lot of like spiritual like guidance or influence, and also the way that they communicate or treat others. It's very fair, but at the same time, it's just like it's a balance. And they're also very understanding. Yeah. Anything else? I mean, what I'm seeing here is somebody kind of like Mr. Shot, Mr. Chance, and they're kind of kicking themselves because it's not like they didn't know this. Like they knew that whoever this person that they were dealing with, they're attractive. Other people wanted this energy too. There was competition in a sense, and so you know that's what happens if somebody takes too long. There can be a missed opportunity, but it's saying don't be hard on yourself. Like the whoever this is, don't be hard on yourself because it just shows that this energy was not ready. Like they were still going through some sort of. They were still working on their perception. Okay. Oh, Smith wrote, do you have private readings available? Technically, yes. Technically, yes. Um, but I may have shut the ability to do so. But I'll turn it back on. Wait here, hold on. Yeah, I'll turn it back on. Just for you, Smith, I'll turn it back on. So just yeah, let me see. Mm. I'll turn it back on within 24 hours, okay? All right. I'll turn it on, within 24 hours. Let's see. So I have a link in my the description of this video, or you can also see on the about me, but there's a link in there that's like my master link, and then it'll take you to all the different links, but it's gonna be the first tab. And so right now it may say, oh, it's unavailable at this time, but I'll turn it back on for you. Okay. Because I was just like, I've been saying this, like my private readings and stuff like that is not gonna be available forever or all the time. It's like when I feel called to it. And so I feel called to it now, so I will do it. Okay. So thank you for asking, Smith. Thank you, thank you. Great, really great. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, any final oh, okay, so for those of you who are like kicking themselves for like not pursuing or what have you, just know that there's still a lot of like love and care, okay? But it's just like perhaps this energy wasn't ready. They weren't quite healed yet, and that's one of the reasons why um the connection wasn't able to totally get off the ground, and somebody ended up scooping them up in a sense. And but just know, there's still a lot of care and love, and this energy wants them. They still want them to do well, and they care and all of that, but there's your energy. Just utilize this time to reflect, okay? Hello, Ghost Red High. Just want to say have a great day and Jesus loves you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. You too. You too. Okay. Yeah, look at that. So just remember, you are supported. There's almost like this family like energy. Perhaps like this was somebody like part of your soul tribe, or somebody you consider like family. And I will say there is still a lot of love or care there. It may not be romantic love, but there's still care. And it's saying I do sense somebody here still needs to heal at this time. And so it's okay to kind of like take that time for yourself to heal and to kind of like reflect and think and see how you could have done things differently so that you don't repeat something like this in the future. Because remember, there's going to be people coming in and out of your life that sometimes if this individual is not in a good place, if they still have some healing to do, even if a great thing came by, they won't be able to fully accept their love. You know what I mean? And so first focus on healing first, okay? And take this as an experience. Don't let a good thing slip you by. Sometimes you really have to take life by the horns and go after what you want. But again, if you're not healed, if you're not ready to do that, then take time to reflect and do some of that soul searching. Okay, so okay, I'll take one question from my viewer, like a collective question, not a personal question. But if you have any questions, John, I don't know if you're still here, but but if anybody has like a question that can help everybody in the room, feel free to ask at this time, and I may just choose one. Okay, so I'll count to 10. And 10, 9. Remember that? I used to do countdowns. Hello, numero 7. When will my lottery numbers come in? Hi, welcome back. Alright. Okay. And 10. So going once. Oh, no. I'll count to 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, cut. AK7. Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Come on now. Come on now. You said numero 7 is 7 in French, right? That's what you said. I remember. Okay, anything else? Anybody else? Everybody? Okay, so. Oh, yeah. I know. You told me. It's okay. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna choose. Okay. Alright. So God, what's the final message my viewer needs to know at this time? Final message. And wow, powerful. Oh, yes. Okay. Wow, look at that. Okay. Well, the first message is like, let go of the masks. Take off the mask. Be your true and authentic self, because the more you keep it up, the harder it is going to be later. Okay? The harder it is. And not only that, why live in a lie? Why live in a lie? And so it's recommending and and the silver lining here, okay, the amazing reward for living your authentic self, living, uh, you know, you're just closer to living an authentic life. And so the perk of it is, yeah, that's exactly what I just said, which is you get to live an authentic, honest life where you don't have to hide behind a mask. So, what I'm picking up is kind of like, I don't want to say insecure energy, but maybe perhaps somebody like this energy, um, they weren't received well, or like when they tried to be honest, it was taken the wrong way, or like, so somebody here kind of has a fear of opening up and being honest. And so God is really encouraging, if there is any ounce of that, it's just like, it'll benefit you. It'll be liberating for you if you do that. It's almost like being comfortable in your own skin. Imagine living your life being uncomfortable in your own skin. You wake up in your skin, you go to bed in your skin. It's just like you're, and I'm not talking about literal skin, like I'm talking about you, like me, us, like, you know, be authentic. And and this is, somebody here needs to hear this, so obviously if it's not you, don't take it, but so it's talking about, it's the ego thing. I mean, it's coming from the ego. And just know, oh gosh, wow, that's a huge truth bomb. God just oh my gosh. Oh my god, you ready? Okay. God is like, if you're not your authentic self, you will be rejected. You will be rejected, because imagine going into a connection, you know, whether that is romance, business, whatever it is, the truth will always come out. The mask, the toxicity, all of that, like whatever is meant to come out, whatever is meant to be revealed in the name of truth will come out. Because guess what? God, hello. God is gonna make sure the truth is revealed, because especially, you know, because God is like very protective, right? Especially, you know, if God loves you, God is going to make sure you're protected. And so, right? so, so if somebody here is being dishonest, wearing a mask, and they're wanting to be accepted, because they're doing it so that they can be accepted, or they want to put up this image for themselves, just know that you're already rejected. You're already rejected, because the whoever this energy is trying to impress or what have you, it's like they're not being themselves. So how can you fully, how can this energy fully be received if they're wearing a mask? And so, for those of you, okay, hello, Shalu. For those of you who are like, oh no, I have to keep this front, I have to, you know, do all of that, it's just like, Why? Who are you? Who are you trying to impress? You know, by not being yourself, right? Uh, okay. I see here. It may have something to do with like finances. Okay, I mean, you know, maybe somebody here, you know, made it seem like, oh, everything was fine, and but it wasn't. But it wasn't. Mm. But what I see here, the thing is, if you're dealing with somebody that like actually cares about you, if you're honest with them, then they'll value you even more. That's the thing. That's yeah. So mm, yeah. So yeah. So Shalu, I know you're new here, so um and this is that we're actually wrapping up here. So feel free to subscribe to the channel and then watch this video if you like. We covered a lot. We've already been on here for like 2 hours and 20 minutes. So, um, but I'm so glad that you came and was curious enough to check me out. Yeah, yeah. So Sirius wrote, "Have you done Cancer yet?" Yes. And then and for those of you, um, I also posted the April reading as well already, so feel free to check that out, okay? Yeah. New metal set, you know what they meant. Come on now. You know what serious meant. Okay. Uh yeah. So just you know, whoever this is, like, is encouraging, be yourself. The person who actually cares and loves and stuff like that, like, and I will say this. I will say this. Um, Shalu, Shaolin, I said what I said. Just kidding. Okay, okay. If you would like a personal reading, check back my link in 24 hours. Okay, I'm going to reinstate the private readings. Okay, you can thank Smith for initiating that again. But okay, so the final message, long story, like, you know, to summarize everything that was discussed, I'm not saying lie about, like, if this energy is like lying about like being where they are and sneaking around and like doing, you know, God knows what, that is like wrong. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you know, those who may have like insecurities or all of that due to self-worth or things going on in their life, and like, you know, perhaps it could be money or career, whatever it is, you know, things that can progress and like things like that. Okay, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. So I'm talking about that. So the more honest you can with this energy can be, the better. And because that really shows that they're taking things serious to the point that they want to show up. Like, I'm getting oh, okay. So what I'm getting here is Yeah, just try to be authentic. That's the main thing. Be honest, okay? Even if your ego may be worried, but the honesty and the openness and the heart to talk conversations and the willingness, like when all of that happens, it really shows that somebody here is taking the connection seriously and that they really want to work things out, and that's going to help propel the connection into something more fulfilling and authentic. So, yeah. Okay. Come forward with love. Come forward with love. The more authentic you are, the closer you will become. Okay? And the more happiness. What is this? This is back. Why are you backwards? This was the only card backwards. And remember this card? It's the card we started with. Hey, who remembers this? Okay? So, what that tells me is, yes, there's still some sadness that I'm picking up and some sort of insecurities. But as mentioned, take life by the horns. Yes, there's going to be, it's not going to be easy because you're, again, I'm like fighting your inner demon, so to speak, right? It's it's sometimes hard to be vulnerable, but it's just like we can't turn our backs to the ones that the ones we love. There you go. So, chin up, chin up. Okay. Yeah. Don't try not to let the past bring you down. Go forward. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I think the overall theme for tonight, the main message collectively, is just try to get yourself out of your head. Okay? All right. Numero. So try to get yourself out of your head and yeah, you deserve happiness. You deserve happiness. Don't live a lie, man. What is that song? I don't wanna live a lie. Oh my gosh. All right. All right. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.